Okay, guys, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I think Hollow is so due for a big pump here. I did scale out at 3.80. I'll tell you guys my reasoning and all that, but this, trading is not perfect. I want to say trading is super hard. I did not expect Hollow to go all the way from $9 to a low of 3. But I will show you guys the levels that we did had a bounce effect, and I'll show you guys what I did. I learned in the Discord that I got out at 3.80 and I got back in at 3.12. So let's look at the chart here, and I'll show you guys exactly my analysis here. So if Hollow comes back and touches this upper counter channel, it is very bullish, especially when it goes up quite a bit of it. So easiest way to say is once it does that with my settings, if you're in my Discord, you have my settings, it means it's a bullish trend for now. We know these are penny stocks, so don't count on these trends to last for months or even weeks sometimes. So we went from all the way to $9, and we just pretty much retraced the whole move back, right? We're coming back down at 3.18. So when I initially bought this stock, I saw this big support area right in here, at this low here, right? Right in here at 343. I did take this entry right at 373, which is the EMA. It says 369. I put it a little higher, and so my average was not as good as it should have been, right? So basically, the bounce effects are going to be your EMA 5, 10, and your 20 and your 50. Those are your bounce effects where I'm looking to enter. When we had this big move up, your EMA 5 usually is your biggest move, and when I see price get very close to it, it's almost like it's assumed that the algos, touched it, right? And this made you a 60% move. Well, we went back to the EMA 5, and there really was no bounce effect here. You went up probably like almost 5 to 10% here, but not really much happening. So when price went down to this EMA 10, I alerted this, and you can see right here in swing trade alerts, I said I'm liking Hollow on the EMA 10, and I'm buying at 3.73 for a bounce. Little did I know, trading is not perfect, and it can break through that. And so then I said, you know what? The market is looking weak. I'm going to take a smaller gain on Hollow at 3.80 and might add back at a lower $3 area. And that is where we're at right now. We're at the lower threes. So here's what I saw. Usually you get some type of bounce. But if I see the EMA 10 get penetrated this much and we're going to this next level, it most likely is that the algos want to hit the EMA 50 or even the EMA 20. And so if I'm buying at the EMA 50 and 20, those areas are much more safer, right? Because look at this 10 to this 20. I mean, look, this is a 17% drop, 18% drop, which is fine, right? It's not really a big deal because you add in those areas. But if you do get the chance of you're like, man, I'm just not really liking it, and then the market's looking weak, you take that profit right there, and then you re-add in to at another level. So yeah, so that right now I'm at 3.12. I bought somewhere, because when I was looking at the 15-minute chart, I saw a lot of consolidation here. So I kind of, put my entry in here. Wasn't absolutely perfect at the time. I saw that this 312 was pretty strong, or 310. So I kind of just added just a penny or two above it, and then it did a stop loss most likely on people and hit 308. So what I'm looking to do is my last ad is at this EMA 20. It's at 3.03, and I alerted that in the chat saying I'm going to take Hollow for a bounce effect at 3.12, and we'll add more at 3.03 as my last ad. I sold this morning at 3.80s. Well, that's part of the benefit of being in the Discord. You get real-time updates, what I'm looking to do, because the market changes all the time. I can't make a video and be like, I'm bullish on Hollow, and then the next day, the market's very weak. Well, then I need to resize and be like, you know what, it's probably going to go to my lower EMAs. As we saw, Hollow just went right through the EMA 10, had a nice long lower wick, and then it just went right back down. I think it's very bullish here. If we don't get the bounce here, then we could start a downtrend. But I do think this is a very strong probability of a nice bounce. Okay, guys? I think this is very, very good. So I'm looking at this area here. I'm currently in. You saw my average. I'm at 3.12. I'm going to add more at 3.03. And my stop loss is going to be just under the EMA 20, which is, I'd like to do about a 10% from that low there. So I'm looking at something at like 271 for a stop loss. Okay. So if price gets this far under the EMA 20, then I'm just not liking the trade. But if we kind of maintain this area and we maintain bullish thesis here, like right, there's nothing wrong with this chart yet. It just went down more than most people liked. If you guys took my bounce idea, I got out for some smaller gain. I'm back in, and I'll see if I can ride this up even higher. So I do think this is a possibility. Yes, they had the convertible notes, and that's what's really caused this down move, but I do think this is an overreaction, at the very least a dead cat bounce. My target is always 10%. If I'm really liking this trade, like at 3.012 or 3.12, I think I got the most precise bottom. I mean, it's looking really good. If it does go even lower, then I'll put some 3.03s on this EMA 20, and it's okay if it goes a little under, like how it's doing on this EMA 50. It matters on the next day what it does. I can definitely see this pumping easily 10%, if not way more. A lot of times what happens is you'll see price come back up to this EMA 5, and that is a 22% gain. And if it does act as rejection on this EMA 5, then it's just not a strong stock right now. But if it does go over it, we could easily make new highs. Absolutely can make new highs. I've seen plenty of examples that do this, retrace pretty much the whole move, and just make a new high. I've seen it many, many, many times. We got nice volume here, lots of good things. So I'm going to hold this one in. I definitely see now the risk versus reward is just golden at this level. Yeah, it sucks that we didn't get a massive bounce on the EMA 10 that I wanted. I was really hoping for mid fours. We just didn't get that. Well, I readjusted my strategy. I took, pretty much really minor gains, and now I'm in again at this EMA 50 and 20 area. So that's how it's going to be. This one's just, a little more dramatically down. The market's just pretty weak right now, but this is how I kind of like analyze these charts. I see, okay, how bullish are we? Do we look for, that first EMA 5 bounce is going to give you that big move here, where you can see right here we had this massive move up, giving you over 80% gains. EMA 10, not so much happened. If it would have touched this 50 and gave me an entry, I would have made actually pretty good money, because you can see from here to here was a 20% move from that EMA 50, but it just barely missed my ad right here on that 50, and that would have made me easily that 10%, because my average would have been, quite like halfway between here. So, but I was a little more patient here. I got in right in the middle of the 20 and the 50, and so I'll add more at the 20 here. And like I said, though, if it does break that EMA 20, then it's going to start making a downtrend. My stop is at like the 270 range, and that's like 10% down from the EMA 20. But the probabilities of me winning is extremely high after you've seen this strat so many times. If you guys want to join the premium Discord, click the link down below in the YouTube comments below, and in the description it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to become a member, all you have to do is hit day trade alerts, and it'll ask you, would you like to subscribe for only $12 a month? And I promise you, one alert alone will probably give you over 5 years worth, just one alert. We took FFIE today, same analogy that I could show you with this. You see the opportunities here. We had this one right here at the EMA 10. We had that beautiful bounce effect. Remember, we're always taking that 10%. Invest $10,000. You made or not even investing. $10,000. You made $1,000 just overnight trading here. These are the kind of bounce effects I'm looking at. You can see right in here for FFIE, we had this beautiful bounce just like HOLO, and 80% just on that EMA 5. EMA 10 today was not as strong because the market was weak, but you won't see that all the time. Okay, and that's why I'm looking at the best zones today, because if the market is weak, then prices will probably go to the lowest EMA, which is your 20 and 50s. And I feel really good about HOLO, guys. I really do. I think this is your best risk versus reward. If you don't take it, that's on you, but do keep in mind, you're not going to get a better risk versus reward because you're at this lower EMA, and that's where you have those big bounces. But yeah, if you guys want to join, hit the server shop here. You can read about the 2 memberships. I highly recommend the Day and Swing Trading Plus. I love day trading the most. I get money every day, and it can be a specific amount of money you want because I'm selling credit spreads, and I would love to show you guys how to do that. And then the swing trades is this strategy right here, where we look to trade with the trend or look to trade against the trend. I have 2 strategies for that. I think you guys are going to love it. So please read how to subscribe. If you do subscribe, do it on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. But the easiest way to do is hit day trade alerts, and that will be the highest membership it gives you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy trading. Let's make some money on HOLO, and I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord. Peace out.